Nate Tvornik from Daemen College with Mr. Mark Sommer of the Buffalo News, and we're here to talk about the Waterfront. What are some of the more positive steps that have been taken towards having the Waterfront here in Buffalo?
Okay. Well, first, as many people are aware, for many years there was talk of bringing a Bass Pro Shop store to the Waterfront. It's going to be right over there. And after about 9 years of this kind of discussion and mounting public opposition to Bass Pro coming, partly for the hefty subsidies that the store was going to get, a very profitable store was going to get. And just a sense that maybe it wasn't a good fit, never was a good fit, and that there should be a lot more kind of creative ideas to harness the potential of the Waterfront. Bass Pro pulled out, whether it was from the opposition, whether because they never really wanted to be here in the first place. It's hard to say for sure. They didn't really go into detailed reasoning behind their decision, but they pulled out last summer. And the Erie Canal Harbor Development Corporation, which is a subsidiary of the Empire State Development Corporation, a state authority essentially that oversees the waterfront, they were really faced with some stark choices. They could continue to try to attract what's called a big box store, which was the approach they had for a number of years, obviously, or they could try to go a different route. The big box idea they eventually declared was a dead one, and they did something that's fairly unusual for public authorities. They invited in the public and many of the critics to the route that they were on before, and they brought the public into decision-making communities to reimagine the potential for the waterfront. They went a step further and they brought in a consultant known for helping to revitalize waterfronts around the country, actually around the globe, called Project for Public Spaces. And that organization, with their founder and president, Fred Kent, has been in Buffalo in recent weeks, doing all kinds of workshops, kind of hands-on activities aimed at kind of enlarging people's view of the potential of the waterfront and trying to come up with what he calls the power of 10. Fred Kent's idea, which seems to be embraced by a lot of people involved in working on improving the waterfront, is to find 10 things to do in an area that it could be as simple as an ice cream vendor, or a place to put in a boat, or a bench. But things that would just make an area become a place that you want to go to. And find 10 places that have 10 things there. It doesn't have to be done all at once, but it's a strategy, it's a philosophy. He also calls it lighter, quicker, cheaper, which has served him and his company in good stead with other parts of the world in developing the waterfront. So Buffalo is on that track right now. We'll see what comes of it. But what has happened since Bass Pro pulled out of the project is it has unleashed a lot of public involvement. So right now what's been announced is right over here where the Naval Museum is, there's going to be a cafe in that museum this summer. Okay, there are going to be bathrooms in use there. There will be bathrooms about a quarter of a mile from where we're standing along the wharf. That might not sound like a lot, but if you look around, you come down here to Erie Canal Harbor, which was completed a few years ago, there aren't bathrooms. There isn't a place to get something to eat. Those are kind of like, you could say, pretty basic, pretty essential things. So they're going to do that. They're going to have showers for people who can dock, or for boaters. They're going to have vendors here this summer. There's going to be different kinds of tents. It sounds like that could change, but whether it's going to be in a tent or a stand, there's going to be vendors here providing different kinds of things for people. There's the outer harbor, which is right on the other side here of the Buffalo River. It's going to be turned into a park, and the public's going to have access to the outer harbor, which really has not been available to the public up to now. So those are some of the starting plans, with promises of many, many more. But I think the big thing here is that there's a lot of civic engagement, and there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of determination to do it right, to make this a place where the public can really be engaged with the water, with the waterfront, and and with that kind of help herald in a new era for Buffalo.
Thank you for for your time.
You're welcome. My pleasure.